Well, welcome to Thoughts Can Change Your Life with me, Reverend Lee. I'm so grateful to be with you here each and every morning. It gives me the opportunity that I have to think about my own life as I share my thoughts. I have to think about what I'm going through in my life so that I can share with you, because I don't want to just talk to you about things that are meaningless. I want to talk to you things about are meaningful for me. And so I was listening yesterday and the day before to this webinar about where is spirituality? Where is this whole idea of churches? Where is it going? And it was real interesting how it will change dramatically. Dramatically. And here's the question. Here's the question I ask. And your life is going to change dramatically as well. Where do I begin? That's always the question we ask ourselves. We could be overwhelmed with so many things going on. We could have school, we could have social activities, we could have football, we could have work, we could have relationships, we could have money, we could have all these things going on. And we just keep thinking about it, but we got to stop and say, okay, what do I do? Where do I begin? What do I do first? Here's the key. This is one of the basic tenets of everything we teach at Agape. Everything begins with you. Everything begins with you, because everything begins with your thought. How are you thinking about the things that you have in front of you? Are you juiced? Are they challenging? Are you prepared? Are you feeling overwhelmed? See, if you're feeling overwhelmed, you're looking too far into the future. If you're overwhelmed, you're looking too far into the future. I repeated myself because I had to. You should be looking at, where do I begin in this moment? What is my next thought? And with that thought, what thought will follow? What action can I associate with that thought? And so one of the things that was being talked about from the standpoint of being in a spiritual community is the idea of, how do you connect with your people? And that's the most important thing. Information is available everywhere. Everywhere. There's no information, you can get it anywhere. But where can you get connection? Where can you feel that you're a part of something? That's why I love doing this in the morning. I love doing this with you because I get to connect with you. And what I know is I've got people all over the United States, all over the world that are watching these messages, that are connecting. I got Anita's there in Egypt. Isn't that incredible? Egypt. We've got people in Italy right now. We've got people in Wales watching. Not Wales like in the Pacific Ocean. But Wales as a part of the British. I don't know if it's a British nation. I don't know what the right term is there. I used to call it England, but it's really not England. England's a part of it. So anyway, so the idea is, how do we connect? How do we get to know each other, to feel a part of each other? And so if you're enjoying this, know that later today on Wednesdays, I've got Agape gatherings. 1:30 Central Time, 7 p.m. Central Time. Everyone's invited. We talk, we share. And Anita just re-educated me, the United Kingdom. It's like we're the United States. They're a United Kingdom. That makes sense because they have royalty, don't they? So it would be a kingdom, or it could be the United Queendom right now that'll move to a United Kingdom when the Queen steps down. Got off on a tangent, didn't I? So as I do these morning talks, thoughts that can change your life, my thing is to get you to give me ideas what you want to talk about. How can I connect with you? How can I share with you so that you and I and each of us here listening, we can begin to form a relationship? Because it's through forming a relationship, and we can do that virtually. Because guess what? There's only one mind. That mind is infinite. That mind is perfect. That mind is my mind, and it's your mind. And we can connect on whatever platform. We open ourselves up to connection. And I love it. It juices me. It keeps me going. I was listening, and in this webinar I was in, it was this leading consultant. There were several thousand people on this webinar. And they were talking about how 40% of ministers, Christian ministers, are contemplating leaving ministry. I'm a minister. I'm not a Christian minister. I'm a minister of spirituality. Okay? I'm not thinking of leaving. I love it. I absolutely love it, because here's what I know. When you're burning out on something, you're taking too much responsibility for what's going on. And here's what I know. I can't take responsibility for your lives. I can't take responsibility for who joins me and who doesn't join me. But what I can take responsibility for is who I am when I'm doing what I love. And one of the things, if you follow me at all, and if you haven't followed me and you're beginning to follow me, you'll understand one thing about me. I do my very best to be the most authentic Lee that I can be. I'm raw. I'm direct. I believe I'm clear. I'm open to new ideas. And for me, that's the only way I can be. I can't take a fluffy message and give a fluffy message just to attract more people. I can't do that. I want to attract people to join me on the journey of awakening, the journey of how to better self-love through conscious living, the journey of how to connect deeper with ourselves, with the infinite, and with each other, the journey about really embracing the idea that everything begins with ourselves, the journey of knowing that consciousness is about being curious. Because if you're not curious, how can you grow? How can you expand? And isn't that what it's about? Can you tell this has got me juiced today? Of course it does. We're talking about real life, folks. We're talking about what really means something. Your connection to yourself, to the infinite, and to others, nothing bigger. Your ability to self-love, nothing bigger. Your ability to take on personal responsibility, nothing bigger. Your ability to increase your awareness, your consciousness through curiosity, nothing bigger. Nothing bigger. And here's the key thing. Here's the key thing. You're going to love it. You're just going to love this one. It's really key that when you love and when you're loving, you heal. You heal yourself physically, mentally, emotionally. And when you love, you connect to the infinite. And it's through the connection with the infinite that all healing takes place. That's where we have the sense of truth, the sense of homeostasis, the sense of balance. You know what was interesting is I didn't know what I was going to talk about this morning. I actually put the topic together 2 minutes before I came on because I was doing a coaching session prior to this. And isn't it interesting? I didn't worry about it. I didn't fret. I allowed the infinite wisdom within me to guide me. And look, we talked about something that's probably one of the most important things we can talk about. And that is everything begins with you. Not only does it begin with you, it ends with you. And here's the other thing. You are not alone. You're a part of the infinite. And when you embrace that, you will never feel alone again. That's why we come together, to remember who we are and that we are already perfect. and that we already have everything we need to create the most incredible life. So I invite you to continue this journey, to spread the word about what we're doing here. Join me as often as you can. Write your questions down and give me questions when we sign on, so that I can address what's important to you. My life, I've dedicated to being of service. So by you giving me the opportunity to be of service, I get to do what I love. So with that, I say to you, make this your best day ever. Love yourself, like yourself, accept yourself, because I do. Until next time, make it a great one. Aloha.